Remember when you thought that the world was going to have flying cars by the year 2000? Then you grew up and you realized just how stupid people were and how adding another dimension to driving was just going to mess everything up. Hey folks, how's it going? Well, as you can see, I've got a whole bunch of stuff here. This is some of my recent acquisitions. It's, you know, that time when you look and you take advantage of a couple of sales, like over here, and you kind of grab onto some things that you've been sitting on the fence about, like, well, here and there. And, you know, a couple of new things came out you really wanted, like back there. And, you know, some things that you weren't sure about, so you just took a plunge. Literally, it's Submariner, man. You know. So, what's up with this? Well, you know, I'm in the point where I'm about to put the brakes on. Not stop, but slow down. And so I just thought, grab some of the stuff you really want, grab some of the stuff you're on the fence about, do all that. And I think I timed it perfect. Really did. Because a couple things. First off, last week I was put in a position of sadly defending Mattel, and I really didn't like to, but you know, people were attacking them before they did anything. They haven't had a chance to do any DC figures. I mean, I'm gonna wait until I see what's there and wait for them to do something. You know, then I'll start complaining about it. And as if on cue, they started this Club Grayskull.
Hold on to your butts.
And the point of Club Grayskull is to get exclusive product. And then they revealed Hero, who I hate. So that's not a factor in this. But you can only get him if you are a member of Club Grayskull. I see what you did there. You're hiding a freaking figure behind a fucking paywall. Okay, so, and a lot of people who like Masters of the Universe would really love Hero. Now man, I always point out about Masters of the Universe, I like Masters of the Universe, but there's a reason those sales dipped when they did. If you remember, if you've ever taken a look, sales for Masters of the Universe went way the hell above projection the first year. Went way the hell above projection the second year. Then, like a roller coaster, it fell. And I've always said, if you look at what was released, you can kind of see where the problem was. Hero was part of that problem. I thought his introduction in the line was stupid, and he's an offshoot, but in order to get him, if you are a fan, and some people are, you gotta pay that extra. I believe it's $10. I don't know if that's $10 a month or $10 a year. It doesn't matter, because it's $10 extra for the privilege to buy a figure. Think about that. Take all the time you need.
Your thinking is, it's just a fancy word for changing your mind.
You're already paying money, and personally, I have said for a while that Origins are a little overpriced right now. And I think they should be about $5 cheaper. But you get to pay an extra $10 to buy another one.
Shadow me.
Good from behind. Oh.
Really? Is this how you want to do it? That's what I say. So, yeah. And I know some people are going to go, oh, it's just $10. It's just $10. Like, no, it's the principle. the damn principle of the thing to pay, have you pay extra for membership to pay for an action figure. That's just ridiculous.
Give me a break. Give me a break.
If Origins is going online only, this could be why. This is that bullshit. I hope they don't put anything I want behind that paywall, because I'm going to be mad if they do. But to me, it's just as stupid as the $50 for Hasbro Pulse. I mean, yeah, you get free shipping. You get to be first in line to see it sell out. I don't see the benefit.
Is it that I smell conspiracy and everything and I don't know what I mean most of the time?
I don't buy from Hasbro Pulse. I don't like Hasbro Pulse. They're the last to get anything anyway. So I don't really order from them, and I like to keep it that way. So speaking of Hasbro,
Hold on to your butts.
this is a bigger story than what you think it is. Mostly because as collectors, we a lot of the time have tunnel vision. You know, we don't watch the company as a whole, and I'm a little guilty of it myself. I won't say that. I won't say that I'm not. But Hasbro did something really funny. Last year, Hasbro started using AI art in one of their books. The fans called them on it. The fans were upset. Hasbro stopped for a second and said, oh, wait a minute. We were contracting the art out, and they used AI. We had no idea. We had no clue. It wasn't us. We'll never use AI again. We promise. 3 months later, Chris Cox comes out and says, hey guys, we're using AI.
What? What the fuck?
Never again. Let that sink in. It's cold. Force-Sync is very cold. Let him in. So in that, first came, now this is not Hasbro, this is Super 7, and you expect Super 7 to use AI because they're run by an AI. There's nothing real about Brian Flynn. He's totally artificial. And they released the Six-Fingered Cowboy Wild Bill. And if there was a doubt, that blew it away. But also, the Flint retro-carded artwork. Oh dear.
She's hot to spit on that thing. I'm hot to
Shit on that thing.
If that is not AI, that person should not be working. Someone actually tried to say this was, and I laughed so hard when I heard this. Let me brace myself. That this was the smaller art from the 3 3/4 inch and make it bigger. Not quite realizing how these things work, you generally take the picture from larger to smaller to eliminate mistakes. It's what's done in comic books. Well, back before we made everything digital, you know. Back when we drew silly backgrounds and like had things going on in the panels, you know. Not before we started doing just light in the background. Secret War was all light in the background, just light. Every opportunity to not do a background was taken. Okay. Can you imagine how much better that story would have been if they had backgrounds? Oh my. I mean, it's a pretty good story, actually. It just has no background. And, you know, point being, yeah, this is bad. There are plenty of talented artists out there who could have knocked that out of the park. No problem. But Hasbro didn't want to pay them. And whether you like to admit it or not, even if you say this is your garbage, which, yeah, most of the backing of the cards, yeah, Most of the cards I ever get go in the garbage. This is a true statement. I have no problem saying that. But this is still a bad thing. Now, I looked around at Star Wars and Marvel Legends, and I tried to look at some of the latest ones. I don't believe I see any AI in there because, and there could be a possibility of this. Remember last year when Secret Invasion, too many secrets. Secret Invasion came out, and they had that AI opening, and people lost their shit, and Disney really backed away from AI after that. And I think that might be, they could be saying to Hasbro, no.
No. No. No.
God, please, no! No! No!
How about no fucking way? Have a nice day, Mike.
No, we've had enough. We're staying away from that shit. We're done. But I know some people are going to be like, well, AI's just taking over, man. Yeah, you know. Look, AI is a tool, and some people can use it well. Okay? Largo has fun with it. Jim Largo, go watch his channel, Largo's Lair. He has fun with it.
You heard that right. So, let's dive down some of the juiciest rabbit holes connected with the Hound of Ulster.
And welcome to Brasselina's Bits and Bytes, where I'll be guiding you through the many research rabbit holes that lie beyond our escapades.
And he's very upfront about it. Articulated Ninja, he's playing with it. He's done some pretty interesting things with it. He uses it as a tool. It is a tool. It is not a crutch. Hasbro's using it as a crutch. So they don't have to pay people. And it makes their brand look stupid.
You are made of stupid.
And you need to think about this. Doesn't matter how much you love G.I. Joe. When people make G.I. Joe look stupid, it don't go well.
Don't you ever interfere with me again!
That escalated quickly.
Just saying, there's a lot of history of this. Go look it up. So for that, Hasbro, you get one of these. And finally, on this little rumbling and ranting, the big one. The way I brought all this stuff out. Chris Cox, CEO. Dude, you're the freaking CEO of a multi-billion-dollar company. Pay to change your name. At least spell it the way it's supposed to be with the X. Come on. Jesus. Anyway, Chris decides to say, yeah, the Trump tariffs were going to affect our prices. Translation. That's corporate speak for, we finally found the reason to raise the prices again. Now, for those of you that don't remember, the last time Hasbro raised prices, or maybe it was the time before that, it's hard, you lose track a little bit with this, because this happens so frequently. But Hasbro said, well, you know, the crisis in the Ukraine, that's causing the problem right now.
What?
They never really tried to explain how the crisis in the Ukraine affected action figure production. They've never made a one-to-one correlation. They just said. Nobody else did. Just Hasbro. With the history of a certain man named Cox, who does look like a flaccid penis, pretty much saying one thing and then saying another a few months later with artificial intelligence.
So I just lied.
You kind of have a clear idea This guy ain't honest.
Honesty, it's a terrific concept. We don't know much about it. I want to get you on it.
You don't become the CEO of a multi-billion-dollar company with being honest. They don't go hand in hand. Doesn't happen very often. So what does this mean? First and foremost, we've been hearing a ton of rumors that all the lines are going to go up to $30. That's the point most people have been saying I'm tapping out. Not because they're poor, but because that is a ridiculous price. The value for the toy is no longer there. That is ridiculous. It's the same reason when I found out that X-Force Archangel was $40. I was on the fence till then. I found out it was $40. I said no. No. No, 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 no.
No. No. No.
There are characters I will cross paywalls for. This is true. Sometimes I'll regret it. I'll get to that in the video about him. Sometimes I only mildly regret it. But most of the time, if I ever cross that paywall, I do regret it. And I gotta say, this is getting out of hand. Hasbro is about to price themselves out of business. This happened once before. Around 2011, remember that? They were firing on all cylinders. They had a ton of 1/18 scale lines. Like Star Wars, right up there. Star Wars? It's right above here. I still have Star Wars. I mildly collect Star Wars, and you know, when something interesting happens, I grab it. But beyond that, you know, they were pumping out Marvel Universe, Indiana Jones. They were pumping out, they had line upon line. I mean, it was unreal. You could not keep up with it. And the prices started creeping up. Because I couldn't remember when vintage collection type figures were $5. And it wasn't that long ago. Now what they hover at? 17. They jumped from $5, maybe $6, to almost 10 in the course of a couple of years. First experiment was Marvel Universe. That went over like a lead balloon, and that price suddenly dropped with not a lot of fanfare. It was actually the Wolverine line, Wolverine Origins line. That one was expensive, and it lingered. It lingered with that price tag, and then they suddenly found a way to drop it. It was really amazing. It was cost-cutting measures of doing nothing at all to change the packaging, the figure inside, nothing. Just realized they ain't gonna buy this. They got it to around 6, everybody was happy. Prices kept going up and up and up, and it would be every excuse in the world. Oh, the plastics. We can't get the plastics as easily anymore because of that war in Afghanistan. Oh this, oh that, oh this. And of course, unlike this last time, I really love this last time, when Hasbro would not bring the price down when gas would go down, it's just like, nah, we're not.
Real honesty. I want us to be really honest.
I'm lost.
So they were making even more money. It was a fact I complained about a lot, and people told me I was dumb. It's okay. Anybody notice this last time when gas really freaking dropped? People were going, hey, how come these plastic things are going up? Actually, I think that's right. That's when they said war in Ukraine. Yeah, it was. Some people fell for that. Oh well. But be prepared for that. be prepared for making up your mind. Are you going to stick? You know, I don't think I have a basic Marvel Legends figure in here, do I? No, I don't. I suppose you could count Namor. Are you going to stick with that kind of pricing? I mean, you got to really ask yourself. Cox has said it's going to happen. Or maybe you're going to think about indie lines. Like this guy who says this to rising prices. Now, the only way I'm going to believe this tariff thing is if we see other companies do it. Valaverse, Savage Crucible, Four Horsemen. The more honest companies. You know, when they go, oh yeah, I'm sorry guys, we got to raise price. Okay, yeah, it's legit. Hasbro is like, and I don't know if, you know, have you seen that that news story where the car seller goes out and changes the signs on the cars as soon as that announcement's made? Oops, got caught. But yeah, they're probably going to mess themselves up with this one. Most companies, I think, are going to hold off trying to raise prices until they have to. Because everybody knows you raise prices, it hurts your sales. And I think things are in the sweet spot right now where they're making plenty of money. I probably wouldn't buy as much, but I'll still buy. What are you going to do? How are you going to handle it? Because Cox said it's coming. Nobody else has yet. But Chris says, yeah, I'm going to raise prices. That's me. So, yeah, got some stuff to think about, don't we? This is luxury. This is fun. But end of the day, you don't have to have it. And then I'm sitting here thinking, you know what? Yeah, I think I got most of what I want at this point. I'm sure there'll be a thing or two. Don't worry, I'm not going anywhere. I got a metric shit ton of content sitting around here. So, it's not even that. It's that, let's talk about realism. Let's talk about real life. This is something we know is coming, and how will it affect you and what you do. For me, I was already scaling back, so it doesn't hurt. But I'm still going to say that to Hasbro.
Surprise, motherfucker.
All right. I think that'll wrap it up. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to do the YouTube stuffs. You guys take care.